There were 3 buildings going up when I came on campus, and they would be Trinity Hall and the Student Center and half of ASAP building. But besides that, there was no grass, there was no shrubbery. It was just really sand pit.
Marymount had some very difficult financial years, and Don Ross came in, as most people know, to buy the books of the library, and he saw what a beautiful place this was. And
I said, what a beautiful place, it'd be a shame to see this close. And of course there were several young ladies outside by the entrance with paper cups actually saying, "Save our college."
Marymount was closing, and he thought it would be a great opportunity to increase his holdings in the library. So he originally came on campus to purchase the library books. And when he saw the campus, he saw the possibilities, what could happen. He's always been a dreamer and can see, but others couldn't see. He thought this should not close.
Don Ross took over from the sisters at Marymount.
Then one day my husband says, well, Dr. Ross and Mrs. Ross have invited us for cocktails, the president of the College of Boca Raton. And I said, well, that's wonderful. I've never met them before. And we go into one of the old dorms, and they're living in a small dorm. And when we left, I said to my husband, they're living in a small dorm. Don't they live in a big house on campus? He says, no, they're working hard to make this school a success, and because of that, they're living where they are. They don't want to have any excess expenses. And I thought, okay. And that told me that he really believed in the school, and he would do anything to make it a success. And look where we are now.
It's a special thing to grow up on a college campus, particularly one that's not fully developed and is developing. The thing I remember the most about it was just an incredibly strong sense of community. It was a very tight-knit group of people in those early days. Some of them are still here now. So it was an amazing sense of community and people who knew each other and cared very much about each other and students, and I think that carries through to today.
And then he gets a check, I think, for Christmas, $100,000, and Don's assistant comes running in and says, there's a check from Mr. Lynn. And Don wasn't sure if it was $100, $1,000, $10,000, but it was $100,000, and that's how it started. My husband was very impressed by Don Ross and his enthusiasm and his, gung-ho, I'm going to make this school a success.
I believe a college, it should be what it was hundreds of years ago. It was really a community of people. And it wasn't an administration, a faculty, and a student body. It was everybody working together. And that's really what I think a whole institution of learning is all about. I think that's our philosophy.
In my wildest dreams, I couldn't imagine what we have then and what we have today.